Hi, this is Yinka from the band Sabatta. I'm on Camden Town Radio. Keep rocking.
Okay, so I'm pleased to say I've got Yinka from the band Sabatta in the Camden Town Radio garden. How's it going, Yinka?
Good, man. Good. Nice sunny summer October thing going on.
It's very good weather for October.
Yeah, it's funny because a lot of people told me, "Oh man, it's been a terrible summer. It's not like what." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" It's like yesterday. I was walking around in the West End. It was like it was June.
Yes.
And so people were like, "Oh, it's not hot enough." Then people will be like, "Oh, it's too hot." Then people will be like, "Oh, it's climate change." It's like you know, they can't make their mind up. Anyway, go on.
Yes. No, it is. It's like a summer's day walking around.
I like heat, so I'm not complaining.
No. Yes, well in Camden it could be a summer's day today, I think.
It is.
Yes. Now speaking about Camden Town, you're obviously here today. Are you a regular visitor to Camden?
Yeah, pretty regular. I mean, you know, I've done shows here, gigs here.
Yes.
There's some shops that I've frequented here, bought clothes here. There's I think Rock and Roll Rescue, I think. I've gone there quite a lot. They're cool in there, Knox and all that. So, yeah, Camden, it's a staple, I guess.
Yes. Any particular venues you like to go to? Or?
Well, I mean, just around the corner. I've been to Coco. I've been to Electric Ballroom.
Yes.
I have. I've been to Roundhouse.
Okay.
Been to Hope and Anchor, loads of them, like the small, little, intermediate, like you know, pretty much for most of them I've been in at some point.
Yes. And in fact...
Not thrown out of any
No.
yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, the last time we saw you in the band Sabatta was, of course, at the Dublin Castle.
Yeah, pre-lockdown in those, you know, halcyon days.
Yes.
Before everything changed. Did it really change though? It's a question.
Well,
it's like it kind of did and it kind of didn't.
Yes. Yes. And your band, has it done other gigs around Camden since then, or?
Well, not since then because you know the lockdown hit, but it's basically just gearing up to do more shows now because new albums coming out, new singles dropped recently. So yeah.
Yes. And what's the new single?
New single. It's called "Get Your Shh Together." It's the same thing. Yeah. So that came out a couple of weeks ago, like September 15th, I believe.
Yes.
And actually, we've got a new single. This is an exclusive, a new single coming out. I don't know when this is going to drop, but there's a new single coming out on October 27th.
Okay.
Friday, October 27th, and that's called "Get Over Yourself."
Ah, okay.
And then the new album is called "How to Get Even."
Yes.
And that drops on November the 17th.
Yes. All right. There's lots
going on.
For fans to look forward to, then. Certainly, yes. Now, what about any shows towards Christmas? Are you?
Well, yeah. I mean, just really contemplating that now in terms of try to do something in line with the album release.
Yes.
Around the 17th. So I'll see what happens, but definitely want to follow up and support the album, especially as the new year starts as well.
Yes.
Because obviously that with December and stuff, things will slow down a little bit, but we'll be out there.
Yes. Now, just remind us of the lineup in the band.
Well, it's a three-piece. I'm lead vocals and guitar, then there's bass, and then there's drums.
That's right.
A few lineup changes happening at the moment, so you'll see who it is when we're outside there.
Yes. I seem to remember last time you had a female bass player. Is that still the same?
Or? Yeah. At the moment, no, not currently, but it was that was a Debbie D. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's right, Debbie D on the bass. Yeah. Yeah. So, and I seem to remember your guitar playing was distinctive.
I hope so.
But in a good way, certainly. Yes.
No, I hope so. I mean, people. That's what I'm trying to do. I mean, I got to be honest. I mean, I'm glad you raised that point because I think that I think there could be. Let me put it like this: there could be more distinctive, idiosyncratic, individual, unique styles out there. There could be more of those than there are. Yes. Perhaps you get what I'm saying. So that's really what I'm about. I'm not really trying to sound like everybody else.
Yeah. Yes.
I find that weird. People doing special, individual, crazy stuff. It doesn't have to be crazy. It can just be like really well executed. I'm all for that.
Yes.
But what particularly gets me is when, see, this is the way I look at it. Like, to me, the guitar is a voice. It's another voice. Like it's so like we all have different voices.
Yes.
So we should have that come across. I believe that should come across in your playing the same.
Yes.
But just like in the rest of life, like a lot of people are maybe scared to poke their head above the parapet and do something a little bit different. So they just talk, and you wouldn't necessarily be able to differentiate between a whole crowd of people.
Yeah.
I think that's like the same when it comes to guitarists and guitar playing. So you have a few who are different, but I think it's because they're less afraid to be different.
Yes.
So that's kind of what I'm all about. So when you say it's distinctive, I appreciate that, because
yes,
I would like to. I prefer that than the other.
Now, in terms of guitarists, you've certainly got your own style, but would you say there's any particular influences on your playing that?
I've been thinking about this a lot, and if we go to like youtube.com Sabatta, my channel, I have some stuff up, and I've been doing blogs about this. So I've got lots of guitarists that have influenced me.
Yes.
I think because people, with the new single coming out, people have been talking to me about this, and they said, I can hear all these different influences.
Okay.
I think what happens, because I've been thinking about it, I hadn't really thought about this deep until people have been asking me about it recently. But I've been thinking about it. I think what happens with me, with my playing, is that I think like all of us, we like bits of things. Now, don't get me wrong, you get fans, avid fans who are just into, this band or that band, and they love everything by that band.
Yes.
But I think even with that, but in general, most people, it's like, okay, I like that guy's voice, or I like that way that guy plays guitar, whatever. So when it comes to guitarists, I like different parts of solos or riffs or whatever. I think what happens is that bits of those things go into my brain subconsciously, and then they come out when I play. Okay. I've never said I'm going to try and play a solo just like that or just like this.
Yes.
I'm never going to make a rhythm just like that. I've played with lots of musicians. I know lots of people do that.
Yes.
I just think that's weird. As I say, I may be weird thinking that, but that's how it is. But like to be a little bit more specific. So I mean, I like. So I'll just read off some names.
Yes.
And in terms of guitarists, and these aren't in any order. So it's like, I like. It's funny. So they're not in any order, but now I'm kind of hesitating because I know the first thing you say is when people say, "Oh, that's the main person," but it's not.
Okay.
So there is no main person.
No.
So I like the Lizzy guitarist, Thin Lizzy guitarist, for instance. So I actually. So obviously you've got Gary Moore, you've got Scott Gorham, you've got Eric Bell, and you've got Brian Robertson. Now, I put him last because for me, he's my favourite out of the Lizzy guitarists.
Okay.
Him and Scott Gorham, that combination, the golden era, I think they're the best. I think they're really underrated. Eric Bell is extremely underrated. He was like the guitarist when they were a three-piece.
Yes.
And then I like Hendrix, but I think what I like about Hendrix most is really the innovation.
Yes.
Across everything in terms of songwriting and everything.
Okay. Yeah.
Not just the guitar playing, because if I'm honest, like when I first heard Hendrix stuff as a kid, like I didn't like the tone of his guitar.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was a little bit screechy.
Yes.
Took a while for me to get into that. So. But I like the compositions, and obviously I think he's a great player. So, but that's just being real. I like Angus Young. I was a big Angus Young fan because like my eldest brother was big into AC/DC, so I picked that from there, which is why I have the SG. I like Tony Iommi, who also plays the SG, but that's not anything to do with it. But I like his playing. I like a lot of the thrash guys, actually, original kind of thrash guys. So I like people like Dave Mustaine, Kirk Hammett, like Metallica alumni, and then who else who's maybe a little bit different. So I like guys like Gary Scheider and Eddie Hazel from Parliament Funkadelic.
Yes.
So like Maggot Brain and stuff like that.
You mentioned about guitars there. You play an SG guitar?
I do, but also I've got a new guitar. I had a guitar made.
Okay.
It's one of one.
Oh right.
So nobody better try and act like they ever came out with nothing like this before.
Yes.
I'm serious. Like people might think, when you see it, you're gonna know. Because there's very few guitarists or bass or electric guitarists or acoustic guitarists who have like their own shape or style of guitar. Bootsy Collins is one of them.
Oh yes.
Prince was one of them. And there's me.
Right. Was this custom made by?
Custom made by Lawton Guitars. Big shout out to Craig Lawton Guitars.
Okay.
I met him when I was working in a rehearsal studio.
Yes.
Where I was rehearsing. He was one of the members of one of the many bands that came in, and most bands were cool, and I got on with them well. Every now and again you didn't.
Yes.
But these guys, obviously, he was one of the ones that were cool. And years ago I said, man, because he had just started. This is also pre-pandemic, and he was like, I just started making some guitars.
Okay.
You know, maybe you could think about whatever. And I thought, we talked about it for some time. Yeah. Then pandemic hit, and I was like, fuck it, let's just do it. Why not? So it took process took about a year or whatever, but it's so like I say, the cover of I hadn't said yet, but the cover of Get Over Yourself, the new single, 27th of October.
Okay.
The cover has a little sneak preview of the guitar. So if you see the guitar, and you see the guitar neck, and you see the little cone logo thing, which is my thing, on the guitar,
right?
That's not like just a picture. That is an actual guitar.
Oh, right.
And then when you see it in the video, you see what I'm talking about. So, so I just wanted to mention that. But apart from that, I've got two Gibsons. I've got Les Paul.
Yes.
What do they call it? Like, it's not a sunburst, it's a fireburst.
Oh, okay.
It's fire. So just a bit slightly different color. And then I've got the Black SG, which people know me for, the 3 gold pickups.
Oh, okay.
That's like a limited edition model. You can't get it anymore, I don't think. It's got the chicken switch thing on it, so it's not like, it's a little bit like, kind of 3-way switch, but it's like got 6, actually I think it's got 6, and it's rotaries, they call it a rotary.
Okay, yes. And is the prototype being built of that guitar?
Of which one? Of my guitar?
Yes, of your new...
No, like I say, I've got the guitar is built.
Oh, it's done. It's ready.
Yeah, it's done. It's made. It's like when I'm out again, when the band's out again live, people will see it. You'll see it.
Okay.
In the video, you'll see it.
Yes.
So it's like, it's one of my best guitars.
Oh, right.
I was lucky because he's relatively new in the game making guitars. Okay. So there was no guarantee it was going to be amazing.
No.
But it's one of the best necks I've got.
Oh, right.
I'm playing it, up against great guitars.
Yes.
So I play it more than most of those other guitars now. I mean, obviously I would because it's mine, but if it wasn't that good, I wouldn't play it like that.
No. Now, don't give too much away before the day, but does it have some unique styling on it?
Oh yeah, it's a completely unique guitar. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like it's not. But thanks for bringing that up, or kind of getting me to go into a bit more detail on that. I mean, let me put it like this: if anybody goes to Instagram now, or like a lot of places where Sabatta is online, you'll see a logo with like a comb sort of guitar, and I basically brought it to life. In real time, real size. I was just playing it like before I came out. It's like it's a great guitar.
To recap, you've got the new single coming out at the end of the month.
Yeah, that's 27th of October, and that is called Get Over Yourself. Friday the 27th of October. It's going to be on all streaming platforms, as they say, so make sure you check that out.
Yes, and then your album later.
Album is called How to Get Even, and that is out on the 17th of November.
Yes. You'll
see a depiction of the guitar on that as well. It's a very cool cover. I've said this on social, and I'm going to say it right here again. Yes. I am saying that this is the best album cover of 2023.
Oh, right.
I'm clear about that. In this genre, at least, in rock genre, nothing is touching it because there's too much uniqueness going on.
Yes.
I'm also putting in my bid for best solo guitar performance of the year, like the best solos.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
An online contest.
The online challenge to everybody.
Yes. All right, great. Well, thanks a lot for joining us today, Yinka.
Thank you for having me.
I wish you the best with the upcoming album, the new guitar, and also the shows later this year.
Thank you. And 2024. Look out. Hey, this is Yinka from the band Sabatta, shooting out here for Camden Town Radio, with Camden Town Radio, both in fact, for and with, because you know, it's all about that. Until the next one, keep rocking.